Hussbus bus stop. JP Hussey here, owner of the Hussey Team Mortgage Advisors, with this week's Hussbus bus stop. First thing I want to talk to you guys about is Billy Murphy's Saloon in East Falls, Philadelphia. Right? Every Tuesday there is trivia starting at 8:30, and every other of those Tuesdays is my good buddy Dane Mandato. He does the trivia, he runs it, he makes up the trivia himself, and it's always great. There's half-price burgers every Tuesday as well, and from what I hear, the best burgers in Philadelphia, and you'll probably catch me there at some point, some of the wives, some friends, doing some trivia. So get to Billy Murphy's Saloon every Tuesday, 8:30, Dane Mandato. Have a great time. All right, next thing, let's talk a little bit more serious, all right? We always preach for a lot of years now, if you watch any of our stuff, right? When you're buying a home, the two things that matter, right? Keep it simple. What is my payment and how much money do I need, all right? Those are the two things you want to try and nail the best you can, all right? But there are a couple little tricks that people sometimes don't think about, right? When you're working the deal, right? When you're negotiating or you're putting your offer together, right? Or there's little tricks you can do to save some cash. Because quite honestly, if you can save $5,000 and you kind of build that into your payment, let's say, or into that loan amount, which changes your payment, might be only a couple bucks a month. You'll always figure that out, right? But saving $5,000 could be big, really big for anyone. If you're buying your first home, that extra $5,000 can go to buying that 65-inch TV, getting furniture, right? Because there's more expenses besides just the money you need for closing, all right? So here's a couple little tricks I want to give to you, all right? Because the market right now, depending on the area, every area is different, but the market has softened a little bit, all right? It's not like it was a couple years ago where the sellers had 100% of the leverage, right? If you want a house, you had to give them what they wanted, all right? It's softened a bit. So now buyers have some more leverage, all right? Or at least being able to work the numbers to their benefit a bit, which also still helps the seller, all right? So here's one thing. Waiving inspections. Never really loved that. I know some of my good real estate agents, they say we always want inspections, okay? Totally get it, all right? But depending on the quality of the house, or if you bring maybe a contractor with you to look at the house, what if you're like, hey, this is a newer home, don't really see any issues. What if we put into our offer, we're going to waive inspections? That might help you get the deal, right? Because they know if you waive inspections, you're not going to come back and ask for something after a possible inspection. More money off, let's say, because you can always find something in an inspection, no matter what, right? Waiving inspections really helps that seller out to make their mind a bit more simple of, we got the deal, no inspections, we're good to go, all right? Sometimes you could say, listen, we'll waive inspections. Why don't you give me a $3,000 seller's assist right now? Remember what a seller's assist is. Seller's assist just helps to pay some of those closing costs that you have to save you, let's say, $3,000, which, again, $3,000 in a loan amount, or just saving $3,000, right? Really not going to affect your payment. The other big thing is that I've seen, and some of the properties that I've personally bought, how I've worked it is, let's say the purchase price is $200,000, right? Maybe what you do is you bump it up, the purchase price, to, let's just say, $210,000, right? Which means that's an extra $10,000 for the seller. But JP, why are they getting that? Well, if you bump that up, right, making your loan amount just a tad higher, maybe a couple bucks more per month, right? You get a $10,000 seller's assist. So that just means that seller is going to net the 200 of what you thought, but you're getting 10 G's to pay closing costs, right? And those closing costs aren't in your loan amount, right? That could legitimately save you $10,000 in your pocket and only having a payment maybe $5-10 more per month. You got to figure out how to work it. You got to look at everything. That's why we call it lifestyle lending. You got to look at the overall picture, not just buying the home, but what you're going to do with the home. If you have a family, What are you going to do with that basement? You're gonna redo that basement? You might need that extra $10K, all right? So you got to work your money. It's not the old days where you just say, this is what I got, boom, 20% down, blah, blah, blah. Work it. So you need a loan officer that can work that for you, give you tips, and also give your real estate agent tips. The loan officer and the mortgage company are working the numbers. The real estate person, while they can be good with numbers, they're more focused on the house and negotiating. So you have to work as a team and figure out ways to cut it up to fit your budget and your lifestyle. Hope you have a great day. Hussbus bus stop.